Welcome back to another video. We're gonna take a look at Common Sense AI machine attempt to create a 3D model of the new Dacia Bigster. So we have over here various renderings of the new concept car from Dacia. As you can see over here we have a rendering. We have a little bit of floor clipping with the tire. The same over here, since those two are created within the same say style and rendering. We have a different rendering over here where we have some advanced materials with some flakes over here, as you can see, and also the design of the headlight over here, as we can see. Okay, so let's take a look at Common Sense machine. So initially I added a view from the side. As you can see from the side, the 3D reconstruction will look like this. So over here things are pretty decent. We have over here this, where we have that embossed Dacia logo. But if I'm gonna rotate the resulting model, we're gonna see that the symmetry will not be well defined. So we have over here some important differences on the front side. But overall, what I like about model version 1.3 for car design is that the proportions are a little bit better. So we see that the proportions for the Dacia Bigster are a lot better. Usually the AI tool created very wide cars, so this is quite decent. We see that the back, so since it lacked that information within the lateral view, it only created this section over here, but we see in the back what the AI tool proposed for this reconstruction. So this was the side view. Let's take a look at the other ones. I'm gonna open this. Now from this perspective and with the camera a little bit zoom back like this, it actually looks pretty good and decent. But if I'm gonna zoom in, we're gonna see that over here for the headlight, this is a lot better than within the previous side view. Since the AI tool had more information over here, we see this section also on the reference on the 3D model. Some of the downfalls of this is that we don't have those mirrors well defined, and also the front of the car, since it lacks all those information, will be completely off. This is something that I'm waiting for the newer version of Common Sense AI machine, where we can also add multiple photos, so then the application will work somewhere similar to photogrammetry, where it takes various informations from all those and combines them within a final model. And I think that will be, let's say, the major milestone for this kind of 3D generative AI. Once we have that with at least 2 or 3 photo references, the results will be way better. So again, for this one over here, if I'm gonna zoom out, it looks decent, but as soon as we're gonna zoom in, we're gonna see how bad this model is. Also, this is a lot wider than the previous side view. As we can see, the car is quite wide. And we also have the last one, which will be this one. This was a perspective view with the face of the car. And as you can see over here for the headlights, there are some slight changes. Over here where we have the logo, the DC logo is a little bit off. But other than that, overall the shapes over here are great. This is something really good with model version 1.3. It also has improved textures, but also it doesn't make use of that hallucination mode where it just attempts to add texture and stuff like that to the model. So it tries to create it based on the reference. And this is pretty good. We see also over here the shape, quite well defined. And regarding the proportion of the car, this is also a little bit wider, so that is one of the drawbacks. But other than that, this is quite good. So over here on the back, this looks like the early version of let's say Dacia Duster. Let me check that. Stop light. Not sure if it's the first version or the second one. As you can see over here for the tail lights, it has maybe some influence over there, but still it's a little bit different. So this is also the first version of Dacia Duster, so it can have some let's say influence from that. But I'm sure that how the platform works, it doesn't specifically goes and checks for Dacia references. It's mostly a database with cars, and it extracts the information over there. I will also have those open within Blender. So we see the meshes over here. One of them is larger, 40 megabytes, mesh 7. Let's import those. We have them imported in Blender. Without texture, they look like a blob, especially like this, since they are all overlapped. But let's take a look. We have this mesh. I'm just gonna move this on the x-axis. We have that one, and we have the side. Yeah, so overall, this is what Common Sense AI Machine managed to do with Dacia Bigster concept. I'm really curious what is your opinion regarding this. Keep in mind that in the last few months this has heavily improved. If you will also check my previous videos, you will see how bad the car generative 3D models were compared to this one. So overall I have to say that I'm quite pleased with the results. And I'm looking forward for further improvements, especially when we will be able to add multiple references. I'm sure that that will be a really big milestone over here. So that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this content. I will position a similar video regarding generative AI over here. I will also add the playlist to the top, and I will also add a subscribe button. So that's it. Thanks for watching.